Hello and welcome to Rauta's Reviews. It's not so common when we get to review a Serbian band, so let's welcome Zloslut. No idea how to pronounce it, but I know it doesn't have anything to do with sluts. More or less related to word omnis or whatever. So here it goes. But I just had the stupid joke out of my mind. This one is called Sahar. It's the third album. And what can I say? This band is or has been very active throughout its less than 10 years of a career. This is what I could gather the 11th release, including a lot of demos out there. So an interesting band from Serbia. As you might already know, Serbia is not very big when it comes to metal music. I don't know how about the other music, and now it seems like this booklet is a little bit stuck here, but here it goes. Rauta Jerry once again having troubles unboxing an album. So Sahar, to me, it gives this idea of Sahara, the grand desert, and well, what can I say? It seems like we have something to go on here with pyramids and all that stuff. Now we have this lineup image, not your very typical looking band, I must say, but that is not necessarily a bad thing. So here you have all the lyrics. I don't know if you can actually zoom them, or I mean if the zoom actually works so you can read them, but here it goes anyway. There's a dedication. This album is dedicated to the memory of... No, Zoom, please work with me. I'll just read it to you. Memory of Anna... I cannot even figure out. Sambol. Okay, well, here it goes. It seems I need glasses or something. So what is this band all about then? Besides being kind of a Sahara reminiscent name and being from Serbia. Well, I could describe this vaguely to be sort of an experimental black metal. Not so much maybe avant-garde-ish, but definitely not your typical second wave black metal. Surely very riff-driven band, but not at the same time, not the type of what is usually seen as Nordic black metal, nor American type of black metal that is, bands like Von or, Black Funeral, Judas Iscariot. This is something totally different. At the same time, you can see these, or rather hear these ideas of various black metal genres. So it is like a distant cousin of a typical black metal band. Maybe a little bit modern, maybe definitely more experimental, but still being right there in the spotlight. And actually, it's one of the most interesting things with the album because it kind of sounds fresh, if you know what I mean. Also, the production is pretty damn good. It seems like what am I think? I mean, like somebody might be actually thinking like Serbia, that has to be some raw, primitive, weird ass black metal, but this is not. It's very well produced. So it seems like these guys are very clear with their vision, how the album should sound. Also, you can pretty much when you're listening to the album figure out these guys know their shit. I mean, there's some nice details when playing the drums and all that stuff. So it is not just like simple riffing and all that stuff. Now if we turn on the flip the coin, so to speak, look at the other side of this story. Sometimes it feels like when I'm listening to this album that the band has kind of lost its, not say marbles, I just felt like saying that, but I mean lost the track, because sometimes these tracks are a little bit too lengthy and they are just going like nowhere. I mean, it's not like all these riffs make that much of sense. So it is pretty experimental and definitely not everybody's cup of tea. But it's quite fascinating also at the same time. I don't know, but how I would like to sum it up is like we have well produced, well played an album, but riff wise or more like composition wise, it could have been more simple. Because now it sometimes just gives this idea that these songs are not going to a place they were supposed to go. So I'm kind of like divided, like balancing whether this is a good album or not. I mean, definitely more on the good side. So let's call it decent. Sahar is an interesting take on experimental black metal, so definitely not everybody's cup of tea, but then again, not also an album that just should be skipped because it's different. Maybe because of its originality, people should be listening to it, but just hold your expectations. It's not the next Dark Throne or Burzum out there. Anyhow, go check out the samples and you know what you're thinking yourself and you can figure out for yourself. See ya and take care.